Hey, what's happening? It's your brother in the footwork, DJ Cornerstone. And you're tuned in to the second half of the interview on Give Us the Works, the podcast where we interview various dancers, DJs, and producers. So y'all get ready as our guest finishes on up, telling us about they works.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, man. Had to take a quick little Zoom enforced break because they just kind of cut off. But we were discussing before the break, Kenlo Key talking about his wonderful example in his grandfather on entrepreneurship and just how he made things happen, man. So, brother Kenlo, if you keep on with it, man.
Yep, I appreciate it. Yeah, so like I said, my grandfather, man, I didn't get a chance to really know him personally. I was only 2 years old when he passed away. But, just from the stories that I've heard from the family and, just I guess the values that he passed down, through my pops and, all my uncles and everybody, like he was somebody that I wanted to, pay homage to. So I named my company after, the brand that he was building. So
man.
That's how I got the name, yeah.
Hey, man, that's awesome, man. And I know it's got to be a good feel honoring your grandfather like that, man.
Yeah.
That's dope. And I'm wondering too. I was looking at the artwork. I was looking at the Jonescornerstore website and everything, and the Instagram. And one of the pictures for it, I'm like, man, is he turning this into a record label too? After I saw the MC, I'm like, wait a minute, is this a record label too, man? It's a picture, man. It looked like it's the cover of an album.
Really?
It's a cartoon picture.
Okay.
Says Jonescornerstore, but I promise you, it looked like a album cover. But yeah. So,
no, not yet.
Not yet.
That might be in the future. Get on my Suge Knight, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, that'd be raw, man. Shoot. And that wanna kind of segue into Kenlo the MC a bit, man. We touched on it earlier a little bit.
Yep.
So I got to hear some of your tracks, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all, listen, there's levels to this. There's levels. You have rappers, you got MCs, you got lyricists. You're an MC and a lyricist. I heard, man, you said a line, I don't remember the pre-line, but it was like, even if I was having a seizure, I wouldn't bite a tongue. I was like, wait a minute. That was so cold. Like, oh man. Like, oh man, yeah. So can you just tell us about this, man? I got more questions, but what got you into it? I know Nas definitely, you can hear Nas in you. Okay. But other inspirations, man, because and what I love you 80s kid like me. So I'm excited to hear all you about to say about this. Go ahead.
Hey man, I respect your researching skills, man. You cold, man.
Oh man, praise God, praise God.
Yes, sir. So 80s kid for sure. I grew up. Nas is definitely one of my favorite MCs. Kendrick. I mean, there's so many of them. J. Cole, obviously Jay-Z. Pun, Eminem. Then Big L, Big Pun. Man, it's so many, and it's some that maybe not even that popular that I would probably even put in some of my favorites. Just their style, and Royce the 5'9", Sean Price, going hardcore hip hop in New York, and then coming to the crib like Twista. Big time. Yeah. When I was, coming up rapping, and there's so many of them. I mean, literally, my list is long. Like MCs that I really, admired, and they probably helped, develop my skill set just listening to them so much. Yeah.
Man, yeah. Hey, you got a good list of inspirations, man.
Yeah.
Everybody can.
Yeah, but I was into the being an MC like super heavy. That's really what I kind of transitioned from footwork into that. You know what I'm saying? And I did a lot with it, man. I opened up for a lot of great artists. Opened up for Lil Wayne and Killer Mike and T.I. Jeezy, and I started doing a lot of MC battles at one point.
Yeah.
And with the MC battles, I made it to the semifinals for Power 92, a big battle they had. Where we got a chance to open up at Kanye album release party. And then, and then I wrote a jingle for Moo and Oink. And
come on, man, straight up.
It was a contest, and I won the contest, and they were going to turn that into the new jingle, but then they ended up changing the management and doing all this stuff, and that's when Moon Lake shut down shortly after that. I had penned the new jingle, bro, and they paid me for it and everything. I was on the news. I was on what was that? In the Morning with Tamara Hall. Did a live interview with her. I got on video. I thought about putting it online. But that was many moons ago.
Oh.
Probably like 05, 06.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, man. That's doggone amazing. Dang. I used to love hearing the Moo and Oink commercials, man, back in the day. Cause me and my cousin used to crack up, man. Dude used to sound excited. He was excited about them prices.
It's definitely a staple, staple in Chicago. We did, when I say we, it was me and my sister, because my sister sings. Yeah. And so I had wrote the hook and had her sing on it. And so, we kind of jazzed it up, gave it a little hip hop flavor. Mm-hmm. And they was rocking with it, man. So
straight up. Oh man, I want to hear it, man.
It might be online. I know the article I believe is online, whatever publication it was in. It's online. Yep, you Google it, it might come up.
All right, I'm finna Google this.
I know you're the research king over there, man.
Man, for real.
That's where I find it.
Hey, let's make a footwork track version.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah. Hey, so I'm gonna tell you there's two songs I just want to hit on real quick, man. And I gotta ask, one, the Harold's Chicken song. Let me tell you what's wrong about that song. Because at first I thought you was trying to make a commercial for Harold's Chicken. But when you listen to the words, it's about more than Harold's Chicken. Right. It's about Chicago. It's like you use Harold's Chicken as now I want to say a metaphor, but a symbol to explain what Chicago is to you. Yeah. So, hey, look, can you talk about it?
Yeah. I appreciate this conversation, man, because I can tell you have a different appreciation for just art. You know what I'm saying? Like the art of dance, the art of music and rap and stuff like that, and lyrics, and you paying attention to those things. And like you said, we 80s kids, so our level of appreciation, it comes from a certain place. But so when I wrote it, it was really I definitely wanted to find something like a symbol, and to me that's like, from an MC standpoint, that's like the Nas type of rap. You know what I'm saying? Where like you're finding a subject matter and sticking to it for the entire song. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a subject matter that a person would least expect. And if I told somebody like, I made a song about Harold's Chicken, they'd be like, that's corny. But then when you listen to it, you like, man, this nigga kind of spin a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that was the reaction I was looking for. Because so what happened was, in between me being a rapper and dancer and all this other stuff, when I had my 9 to 5, I was working as a cable technician, right? Mm-hmm. And before that, I hadn't really had much like exposure to the city, because I told you I'm from the burbs. Yeah. So I went out a little bit when I was dancing, because obviously the parties or, you know, like performing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we'd hit certain spots. But I didn't really have much reason to be in the city like that. Like I said, my family from Robbins. Like I probably know Robbins like the back of my hand, but I wasn't in the city like that. So when I started working as a cable technician, you know, I would go to Chinatown, to, you know what I mean, like Little Village, like, you know what I'm saying, the projects, you know what I mean, all the way to Evanston in the same day. You know what I mean? So I'll be in Inglewood, like, and then I started to go to these places so much that even some of the people recognize me, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm the cable guy, like, you know, and I might have been on the same street 5 or 6 times that week, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, what's up? So in the midst of me doing that, I'm like, man, because you know, you get the Harold's bag and you see all the different addresses on the back, like where all the locations. The old ones used to be like that. So I started doing research, like, man, like this dude franchises, this is Chicago business, all this. Because again, remember, I come from, you know, Grandpa Jones, who's an entrepreneur. So I'm like, that stuff intrigued me. You know what I'm saying? So I start eating at different Harold's on my lunch break. I would go to whatever community. I'd be like, man, where the Harold's at? I go eat it. And I start realizing, man, some of them kind of different. You know what I'm saying? Like the sauce might be a little different, the way they prepare it a little different, but it's the same franchise. So I'm like, So once I started doing even more research, I found out that he had something going on with the way that he franchised it, and it was people who had Harold Chicken franchises that wasn't exactly from him. You know, they just was using the name. It was real interesting.
Straight up.
Yeah, so it was like this whole thing. So I did an art show based around Harold's Chicken. All the pieces was dedicated to Harold's Chicken. This was an actual art show. This was my first solo art exhibit, right, that I did. Okay, and my homie Jay Simon, the same dude from the West Side, he helped me curate the show. And so we had different owners come out, and they told their story and stuff like that. So that inspired me to make that song. That's what it was. That's where it came from.
Hey man, that's awesome. Like, I mean, just hearing what you said about the art show and having them come out.
Yeah.
Now, it's like, I listened to the song. The song wasn't. Did you play the song? Did you have the song ready before the art show?
No. So I made that song after the art show.
I hate that I missed this art show. I hate that I missed the art show.
It was in like I think 2015 or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had to do the math. It was a while ago.
I just gotta say, sometimes you had that moment where you can hear stuff, and you see like, boom, there's something more here. Something there. Like with all you just said, I'm like, there's something more to this. Like, I feel like if you were to revisit that whole experience, the art show and everything, and with the music, I feel like there's gonna be something more that's gonna happen with it.
You know what? I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind. You know, and it's interesting because later, it's a guy who's like, he's a pretty big art collector in Chicago. He came, man, and scooped up like a few of those pieces from the show.
Yeah.
Because when we got the art show, I didn't sell any. That was my first show. I didn't even know. Because graphic design, I wasn't even doing graphic design at that time. I was always an artist my whole life though, but as far as like really promoting myself to sell paintings like that, I wasn't really into that at the time. So that was my first experience. And so we didn't sell any in that night. But dude came along later on, and we kind of had a similar conversation. He was like, yeah, I need those. So he came and scooped up a few pieces, and you know, that was a big thing for us because he's a pretty known collector in Chicago.
Yeah. I don't know if you can share his name. I don't know.
No, I can't. It's a cat. His name's Andrew from Instrumental. He got a brand called Instrumental. Yep. Yeah. He talk a lot about curating art and stuff like that on his, his platforms. Yeah.
Okay. Now I got to check him out. Andrew from Instrumental.
Yep.
Man, another song that really hit me was Prostitute.
Okay.
Now, everybody, listen.
Yeah.
I know the state of mind music has everybody in right now where you can hear a title and you think you know what the song's gonna be about, because it's music. A lot of music today don't get that deep.
Yeah.
At least the stuff that they put out anyway. But don't let the title turn you away from it thinking he's finna glorify prostitution.
Right.
What I loved about the song was it was a story in it. It was a skit. In the beginning it was a skit, and like towards the end it was a skit.
Yeah.
And it gave what a prostitute deals with. But what I like even more, it touches on how that prostitute ended up becoming a prostitute. So I don't want to say too much, because I think I got it, but I would like you to share what led you to write the song. What was the message you wanted to convey with the song and all that?
Thank you, man. So, man, I love the questions, man, for real. Because because seriously, because just like footwork and art, rap was something, and I'm saying was because I haven't really recorded anything like that in the recent years. I just been putting all my energy into the art. You know what I'm saying, like graphic design and stuff. But it's something that I held dear to me, just the art form of it, and that particular song again, something that I like to create songs where I stay on subject for the whole song, telling stories, and that was just me flexing my storytelling, number one, but also I like telling stories where just like movies or certain writers, where in the first one come to mind I'm thinking of is like Black Panther, right? Where like you have a subject matter like Killmonger, where when the story's over, I don't know if you were telling the story for him to be the villain or the hero.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to write something like that, where I take a profession that's looked at as so like perverted, but there's two sides to the coin, you know what I'm saying? And I want to tell a story from all angles, because now what made me even want to write the song is because at the time my music started picking up in these blogs, just like I was saying, like Flex Your Drive and stuff. And GLC reached out to me.
Okay.
GLC rock with Kanye homies, and
I heard the name.
he do a lot of stuff in Chicago, very known, but a lot of people know him because he's affiliated to Kanye. He was on Spaceships. I think that was the first feature people kind of peeped him on. But so he reached out to me, and that was a big deal for me because I knew some of his work already. And he was like, man, I like your music, bro. Let's collab, So I'm like, bet. So listening to him, a lot of times when he rap, he'd be like church, tabernacle, you know what I'm saying, when he rap.
Yeah, that was in the song.
Like, and I'm like, that lingo come from the pimp world, you know what I'm saying? And that's something that, even in my younger years, I kind of researched just the infatuation of culture, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of documentaries. Remember the documentary Pimps Up, Hoes Down back in the day?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was a book by Tariq Nasheed called The Art of Mackin' back in the day. And I had an older brother, and so my brother used to put all these types of things in my hands as a young guy. And so I definitely had just a curiosity about that culture, and I like knowing why do people tick, you know what I'm saying, like what makes people tick. And so I wanted to because and even when remember like Snoop Dogg was out back then, I think that's what really pushed it for us when Snoop Dogg came out with that it was a video, man. It was kind of like the Stylistics video or something. Remember that back in the day? Snoop had the long hair first out.
Yeah. It was I'm trying to remember I remember that one.
Yeah, and I think that's what started for me and my brother, like just the like curiosity about that whole culture. And then you got Bishop Magic Don Juan, his influence and stuff. And so I just wanted to write something that was like that, and I wanted to tell it from the pimp perspective, and then I wanted to tell it from the prostitute perspective, and tell why he's a pimp, and then tell why she's a prostitute, and why they almost take pride in what they're doing, or why they don't like what they're doing, you know. So, you know, just like in the song when I said her pimp is her protection, and as long as you get erections, there'll never be a recession. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So people look at it like that. You think about how strong a recession is. Like, man, recession, that mean ain't no money nowhere. But the pimp, like, hey, as long as you get erection, ain't gonna be no recession. You know? Just that mind state. So I just wanted to illustrate that, you know, and just use rap as a form of art to like a documentary almost.
Yeah. Man, right on. And what I like too, you touched on, you said a number of things, and it was like it was an explanation and everything, but also explained the importance of fatherhood.
Yes.
Father with the daughter.
Yep.
In the storyline, you also share how that woman's her father wasn't there.
Yep.
So man, I was like, this is it right here.
Yeah. Because I got 2 daughters, you know, and at the time I only had 1 daughter, but you know, I definitely be like, it was some comedian, who was that? Maybe Jamie Foxx. He's like, man, if you raised your daughter and kept off that pole, you succeeded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I just thought about, you know, even with my own children, like, man, you know, what is the stuff that make people go, you know, women in particular, go in that direction? And, you know, one of the very strong, you know, components of them taking on a promiscuous lifestyle is not having a strong father figure in her life, you know. And a lot of the pimps, when you look at the documentaries and stuff on them, and they talk about what they be looking for when they looking for a certain type of woman, you know, that's one of the things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to see what's your family structure like. I'm trying to see, you know what your mind like, you know, because you know, that's a void he can feel, you know what I'm saying? But you can't feel that void if you got that strong daddy in your life. So yeah, so I wanted to tell that whole story, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's one that's gotta get out more.
Thank you, man. You
gotta push that out, man, because it's a way. And I'm serious about it too, because what we're seeing here is people don't like to be preached at. No one likes to be told what to do. But what that song is an example of how you can teach what to do without telling somebody to do it. And that's what that song did. And I feel like it's also one that people will listen to, because you first hear the title and you first hear the beginning, you think it's finna go a negative way. On the real.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, society has been conditioned to be attracted to the negative when it comes to music. So it'll pull people. And I'm serious, it'll draw them to the people will be drawn to the song just off of that first. But then as they listen, oh man. And then some people's gonna listen to it and it's gonna hit them because it's what they're living. And it'll make them rethink their life. You know, it'll hit, it's gonna hit hearts.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you can, get your marketing plan together, man, and push that one on out. That's my.
These joints is dated too, man. A lot of these, you know, they might be like 10 years old, some of them.
But that's all right.
Yeah.
Hey, remember, hey, on the real, Pharrell Williams, he had music from over 20 years ago. He had beats from over 20 years ago. And it wasn't until the early 2000s, late 90s, where he kind of like, let me revisit these beats. Put them out. They was old beats, and they was hits. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right. That's it.
I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Man, Intervision. And I think you also got the Intervention.
Intervention, yep.
If you could talk on that.
Cool. Wow. Okay. So the Intervention, that was basically our version of Death Row, our version of Cash Money, Rockefeller, Dipset, G-Unit.
Yeah.
Forming our own clique, you know. We wasn't officially a label on paper, but we operated like a label. And so we had some dope artists, A-Way, one of the homies is named Tragedy. He calls himself T to God now. He's still dropping. Man, that dude was cold.
Yeah.
Me and him collaborated a lot. And it's an artist named Ashley Banks. She doing her thing right now. She's a little younger than me, but she come from that. Who else?
Her artist name is Ashley Banks. Is that her real name?
Ashley Banks. That's her artist name. Her real name is Ashley.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
After Fresh Prince,
yeah.
Oh,
And she was, and she was kind of my mentee. You know, I taught her how to write, stuff like that. She's pretty nice though. You check out her music. She spell it with a Z.
Okay, Z at the end of Banks.
Yeah, but the Ashley is spelled L-E-E. Yeah. And shout out to her, man, because she's still blowing and going. She's a young lady and she got some fly music for real. Yeah. So that, you know, that was all part of the crew. And another guy's named Coach Kudos. He sing and rap, and he's super dope. Yeah, we had a lot of great talent that was a part of that organization. And you know, we did it heavy for about, man, maybe a good 4 or 5 years, 6 years maybe. You know, then everybody just kind of one on one just kind of start doing their own thing. So you know how it be.
Yeah. It happens to everybody, man. You know, cool. New Edition dealt with it. Temptation.
Yeah. Some very talented people though, man, and I respect, you know, all of them as artists, and I'm rooting for the ones that still continue to do it. And then a lot of people broke off and started doing other things still in the creative space. So.
Man, right. Yeah, thank you for breaking it down, man. I like the title, man, Intervention.
Yeah.
You got so many like double and triple meanings, man. I love that. Love that. Yeah.
And I was even co-managing talent under that. Under that couple of people I was co-managing. So yeah.
Come on, now you. Oh man. Okay, so we go. I'm gonna have to talk to you about managing later, man. Let's get to Kenlo, the artist, the Van Gogh Kenlo.
Okay.
So, first off, man, excellent doggone work. Excellent. All the other stuff is raw. I peep, man. You got logos, flyers. Like I said earlier, I saw you had stuff there for Lawndale, which I used to, you know, step out in Lawndale a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Earlier 20s, mid 20s to late 20s. Yep.
Okay.
Step out in Lawndale. But and I saw, man, you got, there was the album covers and stuff too, and you did like a cover for the Shy TV show. Like, oh man. Oh, like, well, you're on the level. Like, art, what did you go to art college and all that? But like, I don't know what it's called for real. I'll just say art college.
Right. No, so I actually, I've been drawing and painting and all that stuff my entire life. Since I was a little kid, my mother was very creative, so she encouraged me to be a creative. And so there's little classes and stuff that I may have taken along the way throughout the course of my life here and there. I did have some college, but it wasn't art school, you know. It was just regular community college. But I did meet some dope art teachers there who did help my skill. Mostly every teacher or mentor that I've had in art have helped my skill to some degree. But for the most part, I'm self-taught, and you know, YouTube University, and
man, you know, what up, classmate?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And then some of my homies who, you know, may have been a little deeper in it than I was at the time, just leaning on them for information, and collaborating with them and stuff, and now I'm here. So, but what it was, that really helped me turn it into a business was the fact that I did come from art. From rap. So I had so many people who, had a need for art, for album covers and CDs, and I had so many people that was doing stuff, networking, people who throw events, and people who do, God knows what. All right, so that kind of helped me utilize that network to, market my services to them. That's how I got here.
Yeah. Oh man, right on, man.
Yeah.
Man, you got gangs of talent, man.
Thank you, thank you, man.
You blessed, cuz. You blessed all the way.
Thank you.
Now I want to get into, because it look like we got 7 minutes, and if we don't get all these questions in, I'm gonna have to send you another link, because I gotta know.
That's cool. That's cool. We're good.
Man, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dig a little deep, man. What's one thing that you would say would make society better?
I think what makes society better, and we talking like American society.
Yeah, let's focus on America right now.
Okay. Well, there's some people that might not like this, but no, they'll be okay with this. Is redefining what is success. I really preach that, because I think that we've been told the American dream is, go to college, find a career, get a job, get married, have a kid or 2 or 3, a dog, house, and you'll be happy. But there's so many people who have those things and are not happy, So I think we need to redefine success. We need to, I would say, prioritize fulfillment, because if you're doing all of that and you don't have nothing that is fulfilling to you, and duty is one thing. We have a child, right? We have a duty to be a parent and try our best to be a good parent, but like having something that you enjoy doing with your child, like y'all both, I don't know, or into roller skating or something, like that's fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you can find a way to take fulfillment and make money from it, now you're really winning. So I think we need to just promote that a little bit more, especially to kids, because sometimes they'll feel like failures if they're not going by what's society has the standard of success. They feel like, oh man, just you might have somebody, she like, I want to be a makeup artist. And now, because she making, $30,000 as a makeup artist, the family looking at her like she a failure. But she might absolutely love what she's doing. And she finds a way to live within her means. She's successful. You know what I'm saying? And her right, because she has fulfillment. She wake up every day excited. So you got somebody else, they might make $100,000 and they a police officer / security guard somewhere or something. And they wake up every day like, oh, I'm miserable, man. Oh, I gotta go bust somebody's head today. I'm tired of this. That's not success. So I think we need to reevaluate that, and let the people, especially our kids, know. It's okay. What I'm saying, to figure out what it is you want to do and all of that. Within reason. So that's what I think.
Yeah, man, brother, you right on. You right on. I'll tell you, boy, and if everybody was to be doing their purpose, that's another thing. I feel like most people are not in the area of where they were designed to be in, where they was purposed to be in. So many people are out of line. I feel like if everybody was in their position and lined up, everything would flow so much smoother, because everybody be doing it with that love and passion. It would be so much less stress. But yeah, man.
Think about how many things, take patience to build. And people stop building on it because everybody around was telling them you need to be doing something else. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that, at all.
Yeah. I'm debating on asking you this, because You get some good, deep answers, man. We got 3 minutes left, and then I have to send you another link. So I'll tell you what, how about I just send you another link?
Okay.
I got to rush now. So yeah, let's take a quick 5-minute break, man.
Okay.
Get back at it.
I'm with it. Let's get it.
All right, right on. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Yeah, we paying homage for keeps. Gotta acknowledge the peace. Gotta get garments for me. Yeah, I slide the boutique. We different, our style is unique. It's named from Grandpa's deep. It's Pete and the fam for real. Yeah, c'est la vie. You know we care about the streets. It's time to flourish and grow. I got it on, you know. This Jonescornerstore. We reaching more than gold. This Jonescornerstore.
All right, good peoples, man. We're back here on Give Us the Works with our brother Kenlo Key, man. Had to take our last break, possibly not. The conversation good, y'all.
Yeah.
But he's being very insightful, man. Just a lot of helpful knowledge, man. So let's continue on, man. I want to jump in with this question here, brother Kenlo. So what would you say are the 3 most important things in life? Kind of ties into the previous one, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I would say health will be first. If you ain't on that, then everything you cancel everything else. And I would say after that is I would say mental health is probably, but that's the same. Right? It's 2 different: physical health and mental health.
Yeah.
Say
You
health and
combine them or separate them, either one.
okay. And then after that, I'm probably gonna go with family.
Yeah.
Probably gonna go with family. But those things. But if I can combine the mental and physical health, family, after that, I would say, fulfillment and even more so, just as a man, making sure you know how to support yourself. So,
Yeah. Man, that's a good deal. And that ties into fulfillment and the family, man. So, shoot, right on. Man, good answers, man. Told y'all.
Good questions, bro. Good questions.
Thank you. All right. So here's a networking question I like to ask. Well, no, before that, I want to say this. What is a question that you wish people would ask you? Especially someone like you, a humble person ain't going to just say like all that they thinking about, all that they want and all that. So yeah, what's something that you wish somebody would ask you?
I wish somebody would ask me. Man, that's a great question. Well, the first thing I can even think of is like transitioning from like being an employee and being an entrepreneur. Just advice about that kind of stuff, because I think it's very misconstrued. I think people, they have such a sexy outlook on it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotta. It's gotta. And I think that social media definitely, gives it this imagery, that makes it look so appealing and, like it's for everybody. And I think everybody should have some form of entrepreneurship as a supplement to their income.
Yeah.
But I don't think everybody should be a full-time entrepreneur. Yeah.
I can dig that. Some people I just want that stability, of a paycheck coming in and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, again, another good one. Another good one. All right. Now here's the networking question.
Okay.
You're doing great right now with where you are. But as far as I know, there's more that you want to do, more that you see in store. So what all do you need that you don't currently have to get you to that point? like resources, tangible, intangible.
Man, you're dropping it, man. For me, honestly, and this might sound cliche, I do feel like I have everything I need. You know, we talk about needs, but wants, I think just continuing to find people who, you know, maybe doing the things that I want to do at a higher level and being able to, you know, get information from them. And but I believe I have everything I need. I believe most people have everything they need.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just applying it, and you got to dig. You know, like honestly, what I've come to realize about myself, sometimes I enjoy the journey of, you know, the grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody is like, you know, I'm gonna just give you this versus you going to get it yourself, there's something I enjoy about going to do it. You know, so yeah, I feel like I have everything I need.
I understand that all the way, and I just want to give an analogy of what you just said.
Okay.
Because, you know, there are some people that were born into wealth that are given everything, and
I wasn't.
yeah, me neither. And you know, at first it sounds nice. I just want to be rich. I just want to get off. And if you think about it, that takes the joy out of the race. Imagine racing against somebody, and instead of you running against your opponent, somebody comes, picks you up, runs, and takes you to the finish line and drops you there.
Yeah.
You don't even have that feel of the victory, you know, because you didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my analogy, everybody.
So look, so I remember I told you, you know, I was a tech, but also I sold insurance too at one point, as you know, side business, and I was pretty good at it, and I had more than once paid out death claims to people, right? And as the insurance agent, guys on life insurance, you gotta go take them to check, right? And I literally seen people run through 6 figures, spend it all in less than a year. Life insurance check. Yeah. And I'm just like, if they had to earn that money, they wouldn't have did that.
Right.
Because it was, you know, I mean, obviously you lost a loved one, but it was given to them in a lump sum, and they just blew through it, you know. So I was like, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was painful to watch. Blew through it.
It probably don't feel too good afterwards either, knowing that you blew it, you know?
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, you know, dealing with, you know, loss of a loved one, probably depressed and all kind of other stuff, and probably helping with the pain, but it's gone now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything that you would like to advertise?
Yeah. So let's see, Chicagofootworkdotcom.
Yeah.
I feel like that got me here. So I'm gonna go ahead and promote that. It's not an actual website. I do own the URL, but it's just on Instagram right now. So Chicagofootworkdotcom, and spell out the dot. And man, just tune in. You know, I'm sharing all of the dope dancers in Chicago, around the globe, who practice Chicago footwork. So that's why I'm here. Other than that, Jonescornerstore.com. That's my clothing brand. Go check us out.
Man, right on. Is there I think it's a brick and mortar location for that? No, it's not.
The Jones Corner Store?
Yeah.
No. My grandpa used to own one, but we don't have one. It's just online.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good deal. That's the way it's going. Like what Les Brown says, it went from brick and mortar to click and order. So,
I like that.
Yeah.
Did that?
Les Brown, great motivational speaker, man.
Yeah, he cold. I like that.
Oh man. Okay. Hey, so if you don't mind, man, You want to have a little cipher, little MC cipher, man? If not, it's cool. If not, it's cool.
I ain't prepared for the MC cipher, but
okay.
I'm prepared for the footwork cipher, though. You can do that.
Okay, cool. Well, let's hit these footwork fast questions first.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Brother Kenlo Key finna hit these footwork fast questions. Y'all get ready. So, first question. What's your favorite decade of music?
Ooh. I'm going to go to 2000.
2000s. Okay, early 2000s.
2010, yeah.
2010. Cool, right on. Who is your favorite, and I'm just asking you because you're an artist, who's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Ooh, man. I'm gonna go with Raphael.
Raphael, man, right on. Yeah, he was the spicy one.
Yeah.
Passionate one.
Yep.
All right. Your 3 favorite restaurants. Trying to get you an endorsement.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
3 favorite ones. First, I'm gonna go with Aurelio's Pizza. I'm gonna go with them first. And then I'm gonna go with I like I haven't been in a while though. Honey Butter Fried Chicken. It's in
I ain't never been there. Okay. Honey Butter Fried Chicken.
It's called Honey Butter Fried Chicken. Yeah.
It sound like they actually use butter to fry everything.
Well, no, they have a honey butter that
okay.
You can put it on. You can basically put it on everything.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then third one, and I'm just doing the first ones that come to mind. I probably got a bunch more. Yeah. But third one right now, I like this spot called Vanity Sweets. It's out here by me, black-owned spot. You know, they make a good sandwich. A couple other things they I can tell they make their stuff with love. So I'm gonna go with them.
Man, nice. Yeah. Vanity Sweets in Country Club Hills, or you?
No, I'm actually I live in Park Forest now.
Park Forest, okay.
Yeah, I think they're in Matson, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Right on, Vanity Sweets. Okay. All right, you want to give any shout outs?
Any shout outs? Yeah. Let's see. Just shout out to the whole footwork community, man. Everybody who came up in it back in the day. All of the OGs. All of my mentors, Marlon Chambers, that was my direct mentor, and everybody just played a part to some level. I appreciate y'all. All the shorties coming up, Goon Squad, Chum.
Yeah.
Let's see, Terror Squad, AG Creation,
and
King Charles, Kelly Creative Network. What they doing right now? I really like.
Oh yeah, I was meaning to ask you about that too. How'd that go?
Yeah, pretty good.
Right on. Yeah, shout outs to all of them you just said. I gotta add the shout outs. Yeah.
Yep. Just everybody in the culture is doing their thing. Prophecy, Styles.
Yeah.
All of the guys that's doing media in the footwork culture. A Curry, Footwork Cafe.
Yeah.
Polar Bear Red. Man, Crossfire.
Man, yeah, brother, Cross.
Yeah.
Cross Talk Podcast, y'all.
Yeah, Larry Hot, Larry Ryan, and
with
behind the name, DJ Cornerstone with footwork.
Man, yeah.
So man, just everybody contributing, man, for real, because we need it all. All the DJs that paid the way, Beat Down, Clown House.
Yes, indeed.
Like, for real.
Man, right on, man. You made me realize, man, we got our own Footwork WGN, man. All these different shows, man.
What's up? We do. We do.
Yeah, that's wow. All right, yeah, right on. Good shout outs. So how can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, you can hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. I'm on Instagram more than anything. On Instagram, I'm Chicagofootworkdotcom. But you can hit me personally on Kenlo Key. It's KenLokey. It's pretty much on everything. So no matter what platform you go on, you can find me as Kenlo Key.
Man, right on. So I gotta give my thanks to you again. Appreciate you, man. Enjoyed this conversation. That's on the real. I'm glad you did, man. So I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna take a quick photo. I picked, hey, brother Larry, I told you I learned from you, man. I got my iPhone over here to take a picture of.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let me get it real close. I know it's crazy. All right, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna pause the recording.
Workout.
That's it for today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all learned something. Please make sure that you look at our guests' website and social media and check them out, and that way you can support. We all need to support each other, right? But stay tuned, because on the second Wednesday of next month, we're going to have a brand new guest that's going to share with us their works. So y'all, until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other, love each other. God bless you, and footwork out.